Waterfalls are like blessings. They keep on heaping without halting. Waterfalls seems very hard to find due to their location. For as much, some of them are located inside the forest land, but they are very precious and worth to envisage, a kind of nature where we can find peace and pause wherever we handle ponderosities of life. Nature comes from above, where we may always feel that we can find refuge to it, seeing how wonderful and magnificent the waterfalls are. They are not just beautiful, but they're also helpful to our environment. Waterfalls are very essential to our daily living and simply generates a lot of electricity, whereas the type of power generated by the falls is called hydroelectricity. The hydroelectricity, the fast movement of the water, allows to generate at the plants to make electricity. Hydroelectricity is electricity that powered by the water. No wonder this kind of nature a really big help in order to balance the equilibrium of the earth as source of energy and electricity to the surrounding area. Niagara Falls, it is not only a beautiful and fascinating place to visit and see, it also a wonderful source of power and generates electricity for both United States and Canada. Niagara Falls is a group of three waterfalls on the border of the United States and Canada. Niagara Falls became famous due to its uniqueness among the other falls, whereas Niagara Falls Panorama categorized by these three names: American Falls, the Bridal Veil Falls, and Canadian Falls. The biggest falls among the three is the Horseshoe Falls or the Canadian Falls. It is called Horseshoe Falls because the shape of falls is look like a horseshoe. And most of people call it Canadian Falls because most of it is from Canada. Horseshoe Falls is 2,590 feet wide with a drop of 187 feet. That Horseshoe Fall is the most powerful waterfall in all of North America. We can see how powerful the Horseshoe Falls, seeing how much mist that the falls generates. The other two waterfalls are American Falls and the Bridal Veil Falls. Both of them are on the United States side. They are much smaller than Horseshoe Falls. The American Falls is the largest of the two because it is on the American side, and the Bridal Veil Falls is the smallest of them all. And it is called the Bridal Veil Falls because it looks like the veil that a bride wears at the wedding. The waterfalls are on the Niagara River, and Niagara Falls is such an extraordinary natural wonder on the border of United States and Canada. The Bridal Veil Falls and American Falls, length of brink 1,060 feet, converted into meters as 323.8, and to its height 176 feet, converted to meters it is 53.6. Due to its risks at the base, actual fall is 70 feet, and converted to meters it is 21.3. The volume of water is that 150,000 US gallons to 567,811 liters per second, while Canadian Falls or the Horseshoe Falls length of brink 2,600 feet and converted to meters 792.4, and to its height 167 feet converted to meters 50.9, and the volume of water is 600,000 US gallons to 2,271,247 liters per second. The word Niagara is derived from the Iroquois Indian word Angiara, meaning the strait. The falls make a tremendous sound as the water goes over the lands at the bottom. 20% of the world's fresh water lies in the Great Lakes, and most flows over Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls are more beautiful, especially at night. This falls seems like a form of magic tricks. A big thanks to LED light, which has a different shade of colors that directly spot the falls in order to give light to the waterfalls. Even when the night is present, still, the beauty of nature is not hidden day and night. At last, Niagara Falls, Ontario, is Canadian city at the famous waterfalls of the same name, linked with the US by the Rainbow Bridge. Its site on Niagara River's western shore overlooks the Horseshoe Falls, the Cascades' most expensive section. Elevators take visitors to a lower, wetter vantage point behind the falls. A cliffside park features a promenade alongside 520 feet high Skylon Tower with an observation deck. Most of the tallest falls in the world have very little water flowing over them. It's the combination of height and volume that makes Niagara Falls so breathtaking.